Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get straight into this video. Welcome back, chaps. As always, hope you're doing well, staying up in the simulation, this freaking alien-ridden 5G tower spawned place. I hope you guys are feeling really good. Hope you're staying up, get your exercise in, get your daily water in, and we're gonna go ahead and get into this video. So without further ado, thank you for watching. If you enjoy, subscribe. This video will be posted if you ever want to revisit it at the front of my channel, because we're going to go ahead and get into what I want to get into now. So I'm going to remove the yin and yang videos, which I do suggest you go watch. Without further ado, let's get started. This video right here will not be for the faint of heart. Don't let that turn you off. If you're a weak-minded individual, just stay here. I want this video right here, all jokes aside, to empower you and to set the footing for the rest of this channel and what it will become and what I would like to bring to the table and continue my inspiration off from my older channels to truly be the embodiment of that here. When creating this channel, I wanted from the beginning, and will still have from the beginning, the foundation of complete belief. There will be doubts. I'm human. There will be doubts along the road. Same for you. There may be doubts in your path. But the thing is to get so hard within your mind, pause, to the point where you will barely see the doubt. It's almost like you have the ingredients so finely tuned to the point where you can taste every lovely little seasoning you put in there, including the doubt. But everything else empowers it so much to the point where it just becomes a beautiful dish. And that's why at the start of this channel, I had full confidence going in. I mean, I love it. Like, my videos are getting attention right now, and I'm a completely new channel. That's usually unheard of. Sometimes your channel goes 0 views forever. Remember, views are not the point here. The message is the point. The entertainment is the point. A little bit of escapism is the point. And we're going to go ahead and get into this. Now, shout out to the original, podcasters of this clip. The credits are on the video itself. Again, to the original creators, if he ends up seeing this video, if the speaker in this video ends up seeing the video, again, I handled a lot of, people like me on my other channel. They really enjoy my content, so I never had to deal with any really crazy copyright stuff. But again, all credit goes to them. This is not my clip, just prefacing that, but this will set the base for this video, and let's get to it. Remember, before I even begin, all the time before we transition into the clip, you should always believe in yourself. You have no excuse not to believe in yourself. Okay, let's go into the clip.
Become who they want is because they're too attached to who they've been. And you hear it all the time when people say, I've always been this way. Okay, well, if that's working for you, keep doing that. I knew it wasn't working for me any longer. I had hit my version of rock bottom. So I was willing to let go of everything and everybody. See, another reason why people won't get there is because the doorway is for you to fit through. You trying to carry everybody else through because you're trying to be Rescue 911. And you got to rescue you first. I am much more valuable to my family and to my community because I was willing to let them go through the door myself, teach myself, learn myself, condition myself, and then come back and get them. I'm much more valuable to them now. The reason why a lot of people won't become who they want.
I have watched that clip a couple times this morning, and let me tell you, it is literally one of the most beautiful clips ever. Like, I got so inspired. I started a new routine to go on a run every day now, and I waited a little bit late today because I woke up a little later, but I got up and ran immediately after watching that clip, because there's just some things that you see them and they give you that fire. They remind you of that fire that's within yourself. But this is I always describe it as a fire, again, because you feel your heart literally burn. Aries stuff too, we're born under a fire sign, but real talk, you see these clips of people that it's something that's tugging at your spirit. I feel like messages like this tug at every goddamn part of your being, bro. The body, the mind, the soul, the spirit. It's everything. It pulls at everything. And when I saw this woman crying, at the time of even seeing this video, I was getting on someone in my current life saying, like, you got to pull yourself out of this shit. If you were a beast or you were a boss, then reimagine that boss version of yourself and like reawaken it, because this shit is sad. There's no time to be cowering, to whimper in a corner, bro. Champions pull themselves out the rut, man. Life, I don't even want to say life is difficult, because life has its ups and downs, but at the end of the day, it's a game. Like, it's a game. It's going to be as hard as you make it, and you can make it easier for yourself. You can put things and certain things into play in your life to fit your needs, to make it better to live. You know, some people, like I say this all the time, and it's not even some people. Most people don't even need $1 million. They just need enough money to feel comfortable, to live comfortably. But they don't even know what they want. You know, they're all chasing unrealistic things. You have to center back on yourself. You have to center back on yourself and get with what is realistic to you. I'm sitting here getting tongue-tied because I've said this message so many times, but I want this to really punch through you. When you go back and watch that part of the video where she's sitting there telling him, and you see the tears coming down her face. If you've never been at that moment in your life or felt anything close to it, you are not there yet. You have not felt what it is, or maybe you just don't have that drive, and that's fine. Maybe not. But there are some of us out here. I like to say the chosen ones, but I like to say anyone can be chosen. So this isn't a hierarchy. So get that bullshit out of there. It's you're chosen when you decide that you're chosen. But you feel her tears, man. And having been in that spot in my own life, ready to give up, you know, and I went through so many posts, you know, of it's everything. It's the same message. When you're down bad, you know, David Goggins energy, when you're just in that rut, everyone's mad at you. You're losing friends. People think you're crazy. Man, I heard from a girl back in my hometown who really, you know, loved and respected me, and she stayed down for me a lot. She was telling me that people around the town thought like I went crazy and everything. And it's insane, because some of those people that I ran into back in my hometown are still doing the same thing. And this isn't to say I'm better than anyone. I just decided to not allow my life to be mundane. I created a whole channel. It was so amazing when I hit a total of 1 million views, because I stayed authentically myself. I didn't let the internet change me. I stayed myself. People rocked with myself, and it felt like everything that you see this woman go through in this video, I reinvented myself. I was unrecognizable. I inspired my mom to start doing things. It's like I led by example, man. And that's what you need to do. You need to go within yourself and feel these things. Feel it in your heart. Get this fire burning. And when you capture it, you need to be consistent, because really, learn from my mistakes. If you're someone who really takes this information to heart, learn from my mistakes. I have always built up the feeling in myself, but I didn't stay consistent. And that's even where a current part of my life is where I'm at now, which is what this channel is supposed to prove to myself, is that I always get the feeling. I get the idea. That burning idea gets in you, and then you don't do it. You don't act on it. You think you don't got the resource to do it. No, find a way. Find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. It's really an overplayed saying, but I understand why these simple sayings always come back up, because all of this stuff is really freaking simple. You get that feeling, you got to push. You got to go for it. You got to go hard. If you get the vision to do something, do it. Make it happen. Keep it alive in your mind. That's what I haven't done. I have not done that. But with this channel, it'll be different. You know, I feel like my channel reached the other one had reached the amount of success that it did, the ears and eyes and minds that the channel did, because I just had that never-ending willpower to still push, even if I was affirming that this is not what I wanted to do, that it was like, this is not the direction. I was like saying like, I think I'm giving up, blah, blah, blah. I still got up every day and pushed. But if you do that to yourself, it starts to become like a job. It doesn't start to become fun anymore. The passion's not there. It almost becomes a dead avenue, and you better switch lanes before it goes to hell. But I'm telling you, that never-ending will and belief in myself is what kept me up and what kept me going and what kept me pushing. When it comes to this channel, it's going to be the same thing, but it's not going to be any doubt. I'm not going to let myself get in my head, because from the beginning of this channel, I'm going to be doing things that I want. And I did on the other channel. That's why I said it was almost a perfect reflection of myself. But it wasn't all the way there, because I got pulled into, wanting them, I used to hear this from the people that watch me all the time. Look, you can't make everybody happy. I'm over here trying to put out videos. I'm over here like pressuring myself because I'm like, yo, I don't know. I want to put out what people like. I don't want to, and the whole point is stay true to you, man. Even if your video has one viewer, and I say this on my other channel, as I was saying it all the time, is even if there's one person watching, you got to keep going. Who cares? Because you do this for you. And if you inspire others along the path, then so be it. Just like she said in her video, you have to focus on yourself before you can pull everybody through the gate with you. So everything in life, no matter what endeavor you're doing, it really is you at the end of the day. And you're going to pull everybody else through that door that she referenced. That's what I always talk about. You got your own mountain to climb, but you got other people that you want to bring up the mountain to and show the view. But the only way you're going to be able to show them the view is when you figured out the right tools for you, when you've done all the routes, when you've made it up all the small cracks and crevices that you got to fit your hands and your climbing axes into. You got to get to that peak, see the beautiful view. Then you know how to make it up that mountain. Now it's time to come back and tell the people what types of tools you had to use, what things you had to figure out, what you went through on that climb. And the real ones who shine out of that crowd of many that'll listen to you, they'll make that climb one day too. And then you guys are sharing it's the most beautiful thing when you reach the top too with somebody else. I can say that for my brother that is in my life. He's the same thing. I see the way people talk to him. I see the way that people talk to us. We're both climbing those mountains. I've come across people who are doing great things. I've come across other artists on my journey. I've come across indie game developers where that passion, that fire, you see it. You start to attract those sort of people. And I feel like that's the way life is meant to be experienced. I feel like there has been this programming for who, God knows what reason, into this society with like being pulled from yourself. But that's what I think is like, if everything is truly in the mind, if the universe is mental, I feel like we built this game to be able to awaken that power within ourselves. You need to have something on the outside of you oppressing you so that you could build up that courage. Like you look at this and like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be authentic. You almost need something on the external to play that role so you can build yourself up. And that's how you see the whole beautiful yin and yang of life, is like you need that other side to show you why you need to stand up and overcome all of this for yourself. And I truly feel like that's why you got so many of the youth stuck in their phone. So many people are more sensitive now. Like all the things that you can say that are being said over and over. You're hearing the same stories. I don't even need to bore you with that. You know what's going on. It is time to turn your attention back to yourself. And I'm telling you, real messages like this are not what gets pushed. These things get suppressed. So if you made it this far in the video, you share this video, you give it to others, you get the message out there. You got to go hard. We have to literally band together with the message. We spread the message. It's not about the individual, it's about the message. And this video will always stay about the message. You know, if you watch this video, you like it, shared it, didn't even subscribe, didn't even like it, who cares? It's the words that touch you, not some stupid little freaking code on a page that signifies whether you did like it, so you liked it, whatever, for the algorithm. Who cares? Really, at the end of the day, that stuff does help it push it in the algorithm, but who cares about that? It's the words. It should be frequency. The universe is literally frequency, vibration, and energy. So the video will spread itself, man. That's how powerful this has to be. This is how hard we have to go. We have to believe that our mind is moving this shit. Not a stupid like button or an algorithm is taking control of it. No, we are the algorithm. And I really don't hope to lose you, because that is the fire you need. You need to feel like this shit is you. Every fucking thing you do. Every inch of it. Oh man, I didn't even want to curse, but I started cursing because just, dude, I feel more impactful. You gotta be up. Don't let yourself succumb to, I don't know. Don't let yourself succumb to this madness, bro. This it's not even madness. It's like don't let yourself succumb to whatever is being pushed on all of us, to stray away from ourselves, to not be. You should be able to look in the mirror at yourself and be like, I'm the most handsome, beautiful, pretty, sexy thing in the world. And it's not even it. And the thing is this is something that gets blown out of proportion. Terms, narcissism, God complex, all that shit. Man, I'm going to tell you something right here. If you're not stepping on anyone, then those terms should not bother you. Bro, feel like a god in your own goddamn universe. Am I being a god and I'm stepping on kids? Am I being a god stepping on homeless people? Am I being a god and I'm just disrespecting other human beings because I feel above them? No. I'm feeling like a god and I'm feeling like a champion because I've been through the goddamn ringer. I've been at the lowest of the low. I've been depressed, anxiety-ridden, stressed, absolutely bamboozled, flabbergasted on why the hell I feel like such a sad, sorry, like lone loser, bro. You cannot feel like that because you attract what you are. You have to raise your frequency. You have to get out of these just like, I guess, just lower vibration mindsets, man. You have to get out of it. That will always be my message. I will always push that. I will always, that's all I can say is I will always. It's what I live for. It's what I stand for because I was there. And I see the suffering in some people's eyes when they're just there, man. And they feel like there's no way out. It is all your mind, bro. You create the way out. You're creating the doors. The lock and the key. You have the lock and the key simultaneously. And you have to break free. And with that, I'm done. Love you guys.